Where is...
Polybius.
I'll do you one better. Who's...
Polybius.
I'll do you one better. Why is...
Polybius.
Picture this. The year is 1981. This thing called MTV has just launched, and it's pretty groovy. The world is basking in the glow of the palpable love between Prince Charles and Lady Diana, and everyone is rushing to the arcade to play some game about a donkey.
Here we go.
Speaking of arcades, a mysterious new cabinet has appeared on the Portland scene. Folks are lining up to get their hands on this thing. Some get sick, then the suits show up.
Cooper, you remind me today of a small Mexican chihuahua.
They called it Polybius, and it was glorious. The only problem is, it almost certainly never existed. What did exist were real FBI raids in Portland arcades and a whole lot of Cold War paranoia. You know, like in that one show. Okay, now straight to the facts.
What is it tonight? Morphine? Or cocaine?
Well, I can strongly recommend a 7% solution of cocaine. Would you care to try it?
Legend has it that the game was housed in an all-black cabinet. It had hypnotic geometric visuals that kept kids playing until they got migraines, night terrors, maybe even seizures and amnesia. Strange men in black suits would arrive to service the cabinet, but they only ever collected the scores, ignoring all the quarters inside. Then one day, as suddenly as Polybius had arrived, it was gone. The mysterious men came back for it, loaded it up, and poof. All that remained were hushed whispers on the playground and a shoddy portmanteau of two German words meaning senses and erase. Sinneslotion? Sure. The supposed publisher of Polybius. A dead end. Some said the game was connected to MKULTRA, a real CIA program experimenting with behavior modification techniques and LSD from the 1950s through the 70s, although no evidence of that was ever found. Polybius isn't an 80s relic. It's a .com, baby. The first real footprint is a coinop.org page stamped 1998, complete with suspiciously slick title screen and a please send tips vibe. Then GamePro gives it some more oxygen in 2003, and the legend does what all good creepypastas do. It mutates. Threads. I actually worked on it, guys. VHS filter YouTube docs. By the time anyone checks receipts, the story's already paying rent in your head. Some researchers think the coin-op post is backdated for extra mystique. And once there's blood in the water, the usual suspects show up. Assorted randos with resumes written in crayon claiming they coded it, hobbyists shipping fake builds and swearing they're the real ROM, and one absolute hero spinning up a phony Sinneslotion website. The pop culture coronation arrives in 2006 when The Simpsons drop a Polybius cabinet in Please Homer, Don't Hammer 'em, helpfully stenciled property of US government on the front. That's it. Legendary status achieved. It's gaming's Necronomicon. Everyone knows the guy who saw it. Nobody has the book. Except maybe this one guy whose uncle worked for the arcade.
People are reading the Necronomicon. They can't do that. It says on the first page not to read the book. It contains an ancient evil, and they aren't listening.
Two teens did get sick in the same Portland arcade in 1981, though. One blacked out playing Tempest, and another tried a 28-hour Asteroids marathon with some less-than-ideal side effects. 10 days later, the FBI raided multiple Portland arcades, not for mind control, or so they say, but for illegal gambling mods and tampering. And as part of the investigation, they did write down high scores. So there's that. And that's all a myth needs to bloom, baby. So yeah, there were definitely feds in arcades. The line between paranoia and policy is way thinner than you might think. The CIA's MKUltra program, which officially ran from 1953 to 73, really did fund mind-controlling and mind-altering experiments. Almost all of what we know now is from declassified docs and Senate hearings. The program ran at more than 80 institutions, including universities, hospitals, prisons, and research labs, through front organizations, of course. But there's no mention of video game arcades as research sites. Who's to say? Companies like Atari did routinely field test prototypes in real arcades and watched how players reacted. My mom was part of the field testing for pizza rolls. It's all connected.
I've connected the two dots.
You didn't connect shit, but
I've connected them.
The Legend of Polybius keeps respawning because it's fun. 9 Inch Nails built a less than video around a custom build of Jeff Minter's legit 2017 game Polybius. A little different than how the 1981 game was originally described, a neon PSVR shooter that leans into the myth. Loki snuck a Polybius cabinet into an episode. Here it is! The story survives because it's a perfect urban legend, and creators keep riffing on it. Every time Polybius trends, someone says, "See, games rot your brain, make you crazy." So let's do the thing no moral panic wants. Read. Bam! U.S. Supreme Court, 2011, Brown vs. EMA. The court struck down California's attempt to restrict violent games to minors. Video games are protected speech. The evidence linking them to real-world violence is unpersuasive. 7-2. Put it on a scoreboard. POW! Oxford Registered Report, 2019. No association between violent gameplay and teen aggression using pre-registered methods and caregiver reports. Null finding holds across measures. Kablam! American Psychological Association, 2020. The APA clarified, you can sometimes detect small links to aggression, but there's no evidence violent games cause criminal violence. Don't blame mass shootings on games. Their words. TLDR. Correct for publication bias and the scary effect sizes evaporate. The games equals violence claim is the statistical mirage, and the best dang boogeyman since D&D. Arcades didn't melt minds in 81. Fortnite isn't turning your cousin into John Wick.
You're breathtaking.
The scary part was never the pixels, it was the panic. Anyway, that's Polybius, the spooky cabinet that never was, the raids that really were, and the science that somehow has to keep debunking the same story every decade. I'll see you around, folks. Just heard about this cool new VR game down at the local Mega Mall.
You will come to visit us, won't you?
Does a mall baby chili fries?